SMF has a system that does that. This is just a standard chart. But MMTs, we closed at 527.29, up 13.81 on the day. We're 2 weeks above it. We're going in 3 weeks above the 10-week. That 10-week crosses up above. Remember, the thing that MMTs have always been taught on the standard level, this is what standard people look at, but it's also relevant to the trend momentum in itself. And when these moving averages were going in the way, hey, that's when it was time to be shorting Google at the highs, buying the lows, and trading it intraday. But now, folks, that was then. Now is now. And now is a bull trend is being reborn in Google, in the name, in the weekly chart. Let me pause the videotape and let's move on to, before I do that, we're going to move on to a quick monthly chart. And this is a special because I want people to know that the pullback, any pullbacks in market volatility intraday, here's the tops. Here's all of these tops and these failures within this trend. When this top right here became resistance back on 6/16 of 2010 and still could not close above, right here the dates, could not close above here. This is 5/16, 6/13, and every time that we've gotten back up toward the top, like in August, we burned that rally and that was buy here and sell into it. But guess what's happened? This month of September has provided a new outlook and a new trend cycle on Google. And like anything, we pull back. What was resistance here across these tops is going to be that new support line. That line, I will have people falls to. So let's put an alarm right now. Falls to 514.50. That's about almost $1.50 above. This is going to be that support. And basically, though, that blue line, pink line, that 50-week moving average, it's going to have to overcome that. If it wants to fade back into the pocket, test that, and then bounce and go through it, so be it. But we will be very aggressive. This particular trend, like all trends, need a resting point or a pullback point before they continue to go higher. What's happened in September is you've gone on lower volume parabolically higher. And basically, we're going to have to use the stockmarketfunding.com platform. This is just the weekly chart here. We're going to have to use our mathematical brain, our mathematical platform to guide us through this because of this parabolic move. I'm loving the chart. I'm loving everything about it. That red line, when that 20-week, that red line flattens out, it was descending, going down, descending in value, and that's why the trend went down in value. But guess what? When trends change, which they always do, is that they change this way right here and now. And that 20-week is about to flatten out right here at that price. The further the blue line, the 10-week, pulls up above and crosses up above the green 200-week line, that big momentum that will run that through that 50-week moving average. On a monthly chart, a 10-month moving average is very, 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 very significant. And it's still descending, but it took a while. You can see what happens over here when a 10-month moving average flattens out. Remember, 10-month is much more relevant in the trend for position management trading than the 10-week. This is 10-month moving average. When that thing got flat here, we burned up, man, and that 10-month rose, and we went to the glory up here at $629 a share, and we were in every one of these trades. We took that thing to the highs last year. Yes, we did. And we used our system to do it. When Google fell down here and we were shorting it and that 10-month moving, hey, you think it's bad when a 10-week goes down. Look at a 10-month going down. Here's the good thing about Google on the monthly. That monthly MACD, moving average divergence, is running its course mathematically the right way. Let me tell you why. Because when I hit this peak right here, I was at 11.7. I've increased to 13.9, and that's part of that trend. Now, I'm going to draw a trend line on this monthly moving average. Right above it. That's the neckline that Apple is at right now on this monthly chart. This is a 4-month bottom like a lot of stocks put in. That's at August selling. But look at that monthly buy bar for September. We have cleared right through half of it. As soon as we cleared half of this down bar right here at 474 and we got above it, that's where the monthly buy signal was, and we had traders getting in that. And the thing about it is, when we look at the complete structural trend, that 10-month is finally going to stop going down. But even through all the volatility, what is remarkable about the trend at the bottom here is the 20-month has been rising, the 50-month is flattened out, the 40-month, that's the blue line, the 50-month is the pink line, and the 20-month moving average. And I can only tell you, if you don't know about a daily moving average or a monthly, you don't understand how to relate it to trends and momentum. Most people don't, because they don't have a pure mathematical system that does it for them. What I am going to do over here on the monthly chart, I'm going to draw a trend line right there. And I'm going to tell you that that's $506. That's half of this monthly down bar. We have cleared that. Cleared half of this monthly bar. Let's get it perfectly. Here's half of that monthly bar. We cleared that one. We got up here. We've cleared that one. We've got a closing price above the 10-month moving average. Over time, that flattens out. These monthly moving average indicators are already telling you that the shorter one is going to turn around because they never declined. And even with the downtrend, with the bottom-up buying, bottom-up buying, bottom-up buying, from the bottom up, have kept these monthly moving averages at a flat, and or they're still ascending and they're still pointing upward. And this is the key and the glory of this trend. And we are going to let you know that we're going to trade that right up here. We're going to buy the pullbacks because 550.32 is my upward target. When you close above this neckline, you're going to half of that bar, and that is the glory of this trend. This is the power and the momentum that is setting up here on the monthly. This is the weekly snapshot. 10-week and 10-month are differently. It's where this 10-month moving average stops descending in value. That's this one here. Now, granted, we were at 500. When these 10-month moving averages go down in price, that's where the trend is naturally weak. But let's take a look. At 516.22 MMTs, write it down. Because if I'm going to go higher here, that means that the last one was at 521.79. And when this number ascends back up toward this 521 and goes above it, this 13.93 goes above 16 and works its way back up to the 26 area, 19 area. That means that this trend will be up here. There's still a lot of move left going into the earnings season. Pullbacks are to be bought in bull trends. When they pull back in volatility, you buy that bottom and you ride that thing. You use the call options. You do it intraday because this trend is there. And let me tell you another reading that you need on this monthly percent DS. 39.986 at 11.7 was the low trough of the trend on 8/1. We went down. However, during the month of 9/1, we have gone from 39.86 to 42.1. That's called going up in value, folks, and that's why that trend went that way, MMDs. Bottom line. People that are watching the video don't understand it. I'm sorry for you. The thing that you can do is come and get on SMF Street and learn what it's about. You want to use the old day trading stuff? Go for it. If it doesn't work out for you, which I believe it won't, you come here and get on SMF Street. When we're working with trends, we work with mathematical equations that are related to momentum and breakouts. Bottom line, people. MMTs, be aware that I have closed above the 10-month moving average. Be aware that on the pullbacks I'm buying. Be aware that we got an upward resistance at 550 that we're headed north of. Be aware that the weekly has turned into a bull trend, and these crossovers run, the weekly runs much quicker than the 10-month. But because of the 50-week it's going to get taken out. They're going to push that through there at resistance because I'm closing right here, and I'm going to write down that 10-month moving average. That's $516.22, and I would set an alarm falls to $518, slightly above it, because it can come down and test the top of that and then make its big bounce, which goes along with the first pass at resistance. The further that we pull up, the stronger that the trend, the bigger the breakout will come, the bigger that momentum will be, called price action momentum.